Hey guys, Gary from DIY Electronics. Today what I got for you is I got a video about Fort Knox in Prospect, Maine. Now, I might get over there today, but they're closed, so it's going to be kind of hard to film really anything. But mainly what I want to do is I want to make a video about how they got the materials, all right, to build Fort Knox in Prospect, Maine. Now, if you don't know about Fort Knox is also right next door to the Penobscot Narrows Bridge. It's a famous bridge here in Maine where you can actually take an elevator up. I don't know, it's like 400 and something feet up, right in the center of the bridge that goes between Prospect and Verona Island. It's a big tourist trap up here in Maine. But there's a fort that's right there on this little island that juts out. And what it does is it protects the Penobscot River and I can't remember the other one that goes down in there. Oh, I'll leave it down somewhere. But anyways, it's to protect the shipping lanes because, you know, the United States was still at war with Britain and so many other people back in the 1840s and 1850s. Now, I wanted to get this little commentary out of the way first because I am sitting right on, West Branch Marsh River, and it's very windy out there, and I don't have one of those dead mice or whatever you call them, the microphone type things. But I'm going to show you the river, and then I'm going to point you in the direction where the actual, where the Penobscot River is, and just give you a brief overview. This is the shipping area for all the granite blocks that they got out of the quarry I'm going to go up to for Fort Knox, because they came down out of the quarry down to this staging area. They had a cutting building down here that they cut the blocks to whatever size the engineer needed for the fort. Then they were loaded on the barges here at the West Branch Marsh River, gone up this way to the Penobscot and went out to the right, and about 5 or 6 miles down is the Fort Knox. But let me get out of the car. I probably won't say much because, again, it's real windy out here and you won't be able to hear me anyways, but I'll try to point and whatnot and get close to the camera so you can hear me. So right here, let me just see if I can get closer to you. Right here is the West Branch Marsh River. If it goes down that way, that goes to a dead end, okay? So this here is the staging area. There was a block cutting house a little bit further down this way. There's actually an old boat ramp right here, and right in there, that square little area, that's where they used to back up the barges and load all of the granite blocks onto with ox and cart. And then what it would do, they go out here on the barge and you go up there, all right, and right there in the middle you turn around to the right. That's the Penobscot the Penobscot Narrows is what they call it. And you go about 5 or 6 miles down this way on the other side of this island, which is Verona, and you'll end up down here at Fort Knox. Okay, actually that's not Verona. I gotta look up and see what exactly that is. I'm trying to think where that is over there. That could be part of Bucksport over there across the river. But anyways, the fort is just about right where my finger is, about 5 miles down the Penobscot. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this off and I'm going to head up into these hills up in here, and that's where the quarry is. And I hear it's a very rigorous climb to get up to this quarry, so hopefully I can do it. So I'm gonna cut it off here, and I'll meet you at the entrance to the climb up to the quarry. Okay guys, I'm at the entrance, and it looks pretty strenuous going up there. I mean, I'm 64 going on Medicare, and I've had open heart surgery, if you guys didn't know. And I'm just looking at this hill, and I don't know if I can do it, but let's give it a go. There's other people up here in case I get in trouble. So here we go. I'm already winded just walking from the car. Ah, we'll make it. I'll just take my time. Oh my Lord, that is steep. Things I do for my YouTubers. Man, I wonder how they, that's oxen cart all the way down. How do they hold the blocks back from crushing the oxen? Well, you can see pieces of granite that they most likely dropped on the way down on both sides. I'm sure there was some horrific accidents. You see where they drilled it. Probably all drilled by hand. Amazing. And that's how far I've come so far. Just taking a little break. Here we go. This is like walking on a 10-pitch roof. I'm just taking baby steps. Holy man. Now I'm on a 12 pitch. Okay. Made it. Is this the chain gang area? Where the chain gang made big rocks into little rocks? That's where they put the naughty town folk to work. Phew. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. I can't talk right now, guys. I'm out of breath. It'll take me a minute. So this is the back side of it. I guess I'm gonna have to walk back and continue on up. Let's see how I'm doing on my memory card. Whew. I guess I can keep it going, guys, if you want to take a walk with me. That way you can call somebody if I fall down. Whew. Yeah, I got my wind back now, so I can probably make it the rest of the way up. I don't know where everybody else is. There are like 4 or 5 cars down there before me. And this is a Thursday, so it's not kids up here partying. That's just the way my brain thinks. My generation, always thinking that the kids are up to no good. But they are our future, so we got to support them as much as we can. We got to support them, even though we don't like some of them. I don't know where y'all are from, but I'm from Maine, and I don't know. Yeah, I won't go any further with that. That's a video for another day. Oh man, guys, now I gotta go up this 12 pitch again, and it is 12 pitch. Look at that. It's like, I don't know if you can really see my video on what the pitch is on this thing. Oh my lord. Actually, my car is at such an angle. I put some big boulders underneath the rear tires. just in case that transmission lets go, because it is quite an angle, holding back a lot of weight. So I put some boulders under the back tires. Again, with the little tiny step so I can make it. It's not that far, really, but boy, is this steep. Ooh wee! I bet you even dogs would have a problem with this. More granite blocks on both sides. Oh, no squirrel. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see, what direction do I want to go? I'd like to go this way, but I gotta finish and go this way. Come on. I figured I'd be out here today, so I didn't take my walk. Glad I didn't. This is enough walks for a month. I haven't run into any humans yet. Again, more granite blocks. Man, I can't imagine them. Maybe that's why they were tumbling down all of those granite blocks, and that's where they loaded them up. And it would be easier for the carts to get down. Because I'm climbing right up the side of Waldo Mountain. I believe that's the mountain that they got the granite out of. It's either Waldo or I want to say, I thought I read it said Medicine Mountain maybe, but I believe it's Mount Waldo is the mountain we're on. Okay, it's evening out up here. Whew. So way. Alright guys, back. I just put a new battery in. I just met up with a nice young couple. They said there's actually a road that leads right up to the quarry. But they said, you're lucky you came this way. Because if you were to walk up the road, it's twice as steep. What's that? Tell him how you feel. Nope. Oh well. Alright, so here we go again. Got a little bit more climbing to do here. Oh. Whew. So I came up, and then there was a fork in the road, and I took this left fork, turned back around, then I went up the right fork. Come to the top of that fork, there's another fork in the road. You want to take the right fork, and that'll, pretty sure that brings you to the top, is what this young couple that I just met told me. Because like I said before, I've never been up here. Just be careful if you got dogs come up here on this third fork up, because a lot of loose rocks. I'm sure that won't feel too good on the puppy's paws. So I'm not feeling too good on my paws. Oh boy. Ow. Like right there. Ah. Okay. Oh. whole lot more. Granite blocks are everywhere. Whoa. Alright. Let's go up this way. Looks like another 12 pitch. I don't know if this is... Oh yeah, this is granite. To me, it looked like poured concrete. That's granite stone right there. Granite. Boy, that'd be slippery in the wintertime. Oh, it is ice. Yep. That's ice. Oh. Spring water side. Death water side. Yeah, it's death water because kids don't know it, but they go swimming in these granite quarries and they don't understand how much uranium is in quarry water, because it leaches out of this granite. It comes out of slate also. Lots of uranium builds up over time in the water. Boy, I'm gonna take myself a nice break up here once I get to the... I want to see the open quarry. Boy, he must have went and found right the center of the vein and then started, you know, blasting it out. Look at this here. You can see all the different layers that slid over the hundreds of years. Well, that could have been recent, really. If they were drilling down in it, water got down in there, froze into the veins, and then split it. So that could be, yeah, I mean, we're talking maybe 200 years, maybe. That could actually happen. I'm not a geologist. Somebody leave a comment down below. Will that happen? Once you start drilling into this, will water seep down in there in between the layers, freeze, and then expand and crack all the granite. I think the yellow blaze tells you the direction to go. And you keep on seeing these little signs going up. It says smile. Yeah, I'm not smiling. Okay. I tell you, I did get my workout today. I just want to tell some of you older guys, be prepared. This is an extremely steep ascend. That's what it was for, ascend. Extremely steep. Descending will be a little better, but I can take my time too. Need to do some more filming. All right, this right here, I bet you is where they were collecting it and then sliding it down off. Oh boy, I think we're almost there, guys. I see some old machinery. Call your mom. Whew. Oh, oh, I see humans. I'll try not to film them. Is anybody wanted? I don't want to get you on film. What? No. Oh, jeez. Oh. Matter of fact, I'm not good at doing that. If you see me on the way down, laying down, just kick me out to the side. Did you guys come up this way? Yeah. Oh, crap. I'm used to that.
Hello? Hey.
Alright guys, here at the quarry.
Hey guys!
Oh, another team coming over.
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
Look at all the graffiti.
Maybe. He had a home visit at like 9:30. But I don't know why.
I'll be good.
Well, then he has to sit out.
How's your dad?
Very good.
Tell him I said hi.
What?
Yes, I will.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Bye.
Whoa. This is a long top too. I'm going to pick that.
Alright guys, I visited and now I'm going to descend. Up at the top I had a real nice conversation with a whole group of special needs kids, and they knew all about you know, the uranium and everything else, and they gave me a little education on granite and everything else on how they got it out of here. Come to find out, see that spool right there? There used to be a cable slide all the way down to this main road, and then they said there is another staging area down here where the ox actually pulled it another like quarter mile, and they were going to show me where it is, but they're going to be up here for another hour or so doing a class. The teachers are going to do a class on this place for the kids. I should have stayed, but nah. I'll go back down. I hear a train out in the distance. I wonder if he's coming over here to get a load of granite. Let's go walk over here. Look at this. Wow, just look at all these granite blocks. Very cool, very cool. I'm definitely gonna do some more research on this. I'm sure there's years and years of history of this place. Wonder why they closed it down. That's the first thing I want to Google, is why they closed it down, because this place is rich, very rich in granite. Maybe it's privately owned now or something. But anyways guys, I'm not gonna bore you with my descend. I'm gonna crank this back on. I'm gonna go back down to the staging area where it goes on to the boat, and then from there I'm gonna go and show you Fort Knox. So I'll see you there. Hey guys, I just wanted to turn this back on, and I wanted to show you one of the, this was a building that housed the engine. I'm not sure, it most likely was a steam engine that ran the cable system. And over here is one of the stanchions. I'm going to show you. I just got a further education from one of the kids. He said that the cable system, the aux weren't used up here at all. That cable, see that block? I don't know if you can see that block thing right here. So again, it's huge. block area, okay? And that building housed the cable system, and that cable dragged the blocks through here. And from here, I don't know which way, because goes straight down. I mean, it goes straight down. But I guess there's several of these old buildings, okay, with these concrete, I don't know what you call them, concrete foundations. Did they have concrete in the 1840s, 1850s? I'm sure they did. Somebody tell me. But yeah, that's how they got it down. That's the cable system. Oh boy. Yeah, guys, I had to do it. I found another trail. It's the red trail. Look at this big shackle up here on top of this thing. I can't quite see what that shackle says. There's something written on it. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it wet. There. No, it's just a loop and a chain and a loop. With some kind of squiggly on this side. Some kind of brand. But anyways, guys, I had to do it. I had to climb up on the other side and just show you the view up here. Isn't that awesome? You can see the West Branch Marsh River, and then way in the, you call it background or foreground? I don't know. But way out there, that's the Penobscot. And here we are, high atop Waldo Mountain. I could actually get up there. I might. I got time. As long as my battery holds out. Because it's the only battery I brought with me. Just wanted to give you another look. Alright guys, on to the trail. Took my little break. Maybe I'll take a longer break up here at the top. But there are trails to get you all the way to the top, guys. Alright, if I see anything more spectacular, I'll be sure to let you know. Hey guys, I'm back again. Now, if you take a look at this, I've seen this before. Alright, see how this rock wall is made? It's kind of like a semicircle. It's up on the side of a hill, and they cut two grooves. There's a groove there and a groove there. This is a privy. That is where all the workers here on Mount Waldo took a poop. I mean, yeah, they could just hang it out over the edge over there, but they had to be a little bit more, sanitary. So yes, this is a privy. It probably had a wooden structure around it. It might not even had a wooden structure around it. It might have been just open like this. But that wall was to capture all of the poop and whatnot so that it did not run down into their work area. All right, but that is a privy. Let me go up on the top side of it so you can get another shot of it. I've seen these before out in Castine, but that is a privy right there. Isn't that cool? That's just, yeah, it's just freaking awesome. All right guys, if I find anything else, I'll let you know. Hey guys, I'm back. I was up here, I was going further and further up the trail. I was just thinking about this privy and everything else, and I was so excited to find it. You know, a prehistoric privy. Where men were men and women were probably seldom seen. But I missed this trail right across the street from the privy. This trail brings you onto the very top of the quarry. You go, whoa, you got to be careful because this goes straight down. So if you're faint of heart, don't go too near the edge. Now where I was before was right down there. It looks like one of those kids left a pack or something. But here I am on the very top. The very top of the quarry. Alright guys, I am headed back down. If I spy anything else on the way down, I'll be sure to let you know, but I'm trying to conserve my battery. Alright, I'll see you at the bottom. Just another observation, guys. Across from the privy, they got these stones lined up like bleachers. I bet you this is where the workers took breaks and whatnot, because they've got like a bleacher set up here. And you don't see it anywhere else on the trail, except for this area right here. It's like, you know, step down bleachers. I bet you this was a break area for the workers. Just another little observation. I could be wrong. Leave me questions, comments down below. Guys, I didn't even notice this in the granite. It says Mount Waldo Summit Trail. Okay? And you follow it right up this rock ledge. And once you get to the top, keep on going about 100 feet. And that's where that privy is. Okay? And that'll get you just about on top of this rock wall over here. Alright, so that's a little shortcut for you. I went all the way down and then came back all the way up that red trail. That was kind of strenuous, but this is a lot shorter, this yellow marker. And I've seen people on, I think on the Quarry's website saying that this trail is, you know, terribly marked. But what I'm seeing so far, it's very well marked. But then again, it could be a comment from 5 years ago. I didn't really realize or anything. But anyways, guys, anyways, that's a shortcut to the Mount Waldo summit. Is right up this staircase. What's this say? Main way life should be. Yeah. All right, guys, I will cut this off and I'll come back if I see anything else. Hey guys, I just wanted to give a shout out to the sponsors of this video today. That's Dr. Rizzo, Brigham and Women's Hospital down in Boston, Massachusetts. He brings this video to you today because he's the one that did my heart surgery. And thank you, Dr. Rizzo. My bypasses are doing great. This is a very strenuous walk. So I gotta give a shout out to Dr. Rizzo, his team, the whole thoracic department in Brigham and Women's Hospital that rushed down to the Cape Cod Hospital to do my heart surgery. I just happened to be working down on the Cape doing some alarm work, and I was in need. And Dr. Rizzo and his team actually flew a helicopter down from Brigham and Women's to Cape Cod Hospital and did the procedure in the morning. Thanks again, guys. Hey guys, Gary, I'm back again. After I went and did all my exploring up on top, I came back down to the bottom here where this is what I called the loading area, where they loaded up all the blocks onto the barges and bring them over to the fort. And I met up with the kids again, and I stayed here for a couple minutes listening to the teacher. And one of the kids actually came up with the same question I did. When was concrete invented here in Maine? And come to find out, the invention of not a stable concrete, but you know, pretty good concrete was invented in 1824 here in Maine by a guy by the name of Joseph Elspin of Leeds, Maine, which he went on and he patented Portland Cement Company here in Portland. So yes, they did have cement during the 1840s and 50s when the fort was built. So a lot of these structures you'll see are made out of a mixture of concrete and granite. But I'm just going to walk you through some of these buildings out here. Now these buildings, if you come, there's a road right where that truck just went by. If you go straight up that road, stop sign goes straight up. That's where the entrance is to the, you know, that long walk up to Waldo Mountain. But anyways, the kids told me that this right here was a giant, you know, like a crane type thing that loaded up the barges. There was a big building up here. It had cables coming out, and what it would do is it would lift the blocks that were right over here in this staging area, get it up on this platform, and then cable it right down onto the barges. And I don't know what these buildings were, but there's two buildings. They look identical. They're probably 100 by 40 feet. But yeah, I don't know what they were, but they came down, they picked the blocks up right here. Now I don't know if this is in history books or anything like this. This is just what I learned today, because I was going to look it up myself. And they said that they actually carted it right over here and right down in here. It went down into the barges. Now I thought it was over there, but the kids said it was right over here that the barges would pull up. Yeah, you can see where they were walking out here. Oh yeah, you can see where there was there used to be an old pier here, some type of structure, and it's all washed away now. Over, well, what's it, close to 200 years ago. Well, 190 years. But this is the old staging area right here. And they'd load the barges up. They wouldn't go this way to the right, because that's a dead end. They go right up there, and right in that open area, if you go to the right, that's the Penobscot, and it goes right down to Fort Knox. And that's where we're headed right now, so I'll see you there. All right guys, I figure I'm going to let you watch the drive to Fort Knox. It's not that far away. So you come out of the loading area and you take a left. Just in case you guys want to come over and look at this. So you take a left, and right here on the right, that is Mount Waldo. That's where you go up to the quarry. But anyways, you take a left out of the loading area. It's about 7 miles. Maybe I'll be quiet and maybe I'll look up some information about either Mount Waldo, the loading area, or Fort Knox, and I'll add it into this during the ride. So I'll be quiet right now until we get to Fort Knox. Alright guys, I've got about 6 minutes or 7 minutes of voice I can do for you while you enjoy the ride down from the loading area down to Fort Knox. But some of the information I found is a little different from what I was hearing today. Now, the dates are kind of funny to me, because they say that the granite from the quarry was used to build Fort Knox, but they say that the quarry wasn't open until 1853, and the construction of Fort Knox started in 1844. So I'm kind of confused on that, but it explicitly says in most everything you look up is that the granite from the quarry was used to build Fort Knox. Now, for how they got the quarry down the hill, I'm going to read you something here from Wikipedia. It says, the quarry was on the north spur of Mount Waldo, 660 feet above sea level, 1/3 of a mile from the southwest village of Frankfort. The operator of the quarry was Mount Waldo Granite Works of Frankfort. Granite from the quarry was reportedly a medium gray color. Transport of the granite was by 2 graded tracks, each 1,200 feet long, operated by gravity from the quarry partway down the hill to the powerhouse. And that is in the video. I show you the powerhouse, and then I show you where it converts over to cable. All right, so it says operated by gravity from quarry partway down the hill to the powerhouse. And then it says by cable road with a Roebling engine, 1¼ miles to the wharf, which is accessible to schooners at 15-foot draft. The quarry located at Mount Waldo was unused since 1914. Now, I also found another article in here. Some divers went down to the bottom of the water because they used to pump out the quarry every spring, and then they stopped when they went out of business in 1914, and that water just built up. So the divers went down. I can't remember what year it said. It was, I'm going to say it was somewhere in the 2000s. They said basically when they got down to the bottom of the quarry, it's like it was like a usual day at the quarry, and then everybody just walked off the job. Everything that they used to operate the quarry is still down at the bottom of that quarry. There's cranes, there's all kinds of drills. They found all kinds of stuff down there. They even found a 55-gallon drum full of something, but they did not open it. So that's still a questionable item at the bottom of the quarry as of today. So anyways, let me just read you some other stuff that I found. Where was it? I wanted to go to Fort Knox. Fort Knox, Maine. I wanted to give you a little excerpt of what was going on with Fort Knox. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pause this for a second. Hang on. Okay, now the other thing that I was wondering about, I was on the trail and you'll see it in the video. I'm trying to figure out why all this wealth of granite is just sitting here and nobody's been monopolizing it and, you know, taking it out of there. Because I'm sure granite still is worth a lot of money. Basically, that granite company that was running it ran into money problems, basically just closed down in 1914 and gave all the property to the town of Frankfort. And Frankfort just in turn didn't want anything to do with it. They didn't know how to run a granite quarry at the time, so basically they just left it alone and gave it to the public to go up and explore and everything else. But let's get back over to, so that's the quarry. Now let's go back over to Fort Knox. Let me just get this out of the way. All right. Fort Knox is located on the west bank of the Penobscot River in Prospect, Maine, in an area known as the Penobscot Narrows. Fort Knox is one of the best preserved military fortifications of New England's seacoast. The fort has many unique architectural features as well as a rich history behind its walls. During the country's infancy, Maine was repeatedly involved in northeast border disputes with British Canada. In fact, the area between Castine and the rich lumber city of Bangor was invaded and occupied by the British during the American Revolutionary War and the War of 1812. Fort Knox was established in 1844 to protect the Penobscot River Valley against the possible future British naval incursions. The fort was designed by Chief Engineer Joseph Totten, with a number of other engineers serving as his superintendents of construction from 1844 to 1869. Among them, Isaac Ingalls, Stephen and Thomas L. Casey. The fort was named for Major General Henry Knox, America's first Secretary of War, who was born in Boston but retired in Thomaston, Maine in 1796. The fort garrisoned its first troops from 1863 to 1866. These troops were mostly volunteers undergoing training before being sent to their active post, and included members of the celebrated 20th Maine. Their troops were also briefly stationed at the fort during the Spanish-American War in 1898, which I'm going to have another video on about the USS Maine. But the 20th Maine, these troops during the American War that were there, but they never saw any action. So that is the long and short of Mount Waldo, Granite Quarry, and Fort Knox. So now I'm going to put this on to my video, and then you're going to enjoy a walk around Fort Knox. Okay, here we are at Fort Knox, you guys. Now, I hope my audio is going to be okay because it's a little bit windy here. That's gonna just give you a quick look at it. I can't get in because it is closed. I mean, I could jump the gate like everybody else, but I'm not going to do that. Just an old plaque. You want to go inside the cannon? You see anything in there? Here you are. What's that, like a, oh, 10-inch? Fort Knox, Bureau of Parks and Recreation, Maine Department of Conservation. Alright, let's go up here and I can at least get next to the fence here and show you the fort, some of the fort anyways. We'll walk along the outside of it. That's where the old mill used to be. That's all ripped down now. I hear they're, I don't know, milking salmon or something over there. But here are the parapets. See, there's these gun turrets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Why an odd number there, guys. But look at all the granite blocks. And then there's a courtyard down in there. And on the back side, we're walking right over it. See this hump? This is the powder room. Right in here. Looks like they've been doing some work on it. Yeah, that's where they kept all the powder. You can see all the slits in the window. I don't know if you can see that, but and you can also see the rifle slits above the windows. Pretty interesting, huh? I'm just going to walk around the outside of it, just so you guys can see. And once we get up on this big wall, you'll get a good look of Penobscot Narrows Bridge. That's where you're not going to be able to hear me because it's going to be really windy. So I'm just going to be just filming it. That's it. It is cold out here. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on the Penobscot River. And then they got more parapets down here. Then they got, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, probably about 30 cannons right out here. Probably all parrot guns. And this young lady over here is wondering why I'm yelling at myself. She doesn't understand that I'm doing a YouTube video. Alright, so let's go down here. I'm going to go down on the lower side because you're allowed down here, and show you the front of it. They just don't want you going inside the fort while they're closed. Boy, I'm getting a workout today doing this video. Hi guys, this is 3 more. This must have been a really big gun. Anybody know what size gun this was? Leave me a comment down below. This had one heck of a, where they could traverse it. Jesus, just about 180 degrees they could traverse. And this is what they were protecting out here. This is what is called the Penobscot Narrows. This right here goes down to basically the Atlantic Ocean. If you ever read the book by Bernard Cornwell, I believe it was, it's called The Fort, when General McClellan from the British came and tried to take Castine away from the Americans. Well, he actually did, and we eventually got it back, but not without one heck of a fight. But this is the back side. And then we got more guns down here. And all of this granite came out of that quarry we were just at. Let's go over and look at one of these gun ports. Oh yeah, they got them boarded up so the kids can't get in here in the wintertime. I'm just watching right here. Wouldn't that be cool? We got an American fort and an eagle flying overhead. He's coming this way. Can't quite tell if that's an eagle or not. We got a lot of eagles here in Maine. Nah, I'm pretty sure that's a hawk. Anywho, let's go down one more flight here. I don't know what the heck is under here. It's rubber. Oh, it's wood. Huh. Wow, just some kind of because I'm sure there's, you know, tunnels and everything else under here. Could be where they stored the ammo for the guns. It was right down in there. There's probably a guy down inside there handing up the cannonballs and the powder and saltpeter. I mean, you old army guys know what saltpeter is. Uh-oh. Hopefully I'm not under attack here. I hear a plane. But anyways, guys, that is your look at Fort Knox after hours. I wish I could bring you inside, but they're closed. You know what? I'd actually walk down there, guys, but I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from Mount Waldo. So anyways, let's go back up out of here. Let's let these two lovebirds have their area. They came in separate cars. Uh-oh. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Now, if you ever come to the fort, you got a huge picnic area, and then you can go down this road because they'll sell you the ticket to go up into the observatory too, which is, I don't know if my camera's doing you any good here, but if you look at the top of that bridge, hang on, I gotta catch my breath. Top of that column right there, you see all the windows. That's where you can see for miles and miles and miles up there. All right. I'm gonna go back over and say my adieus. So hang on, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you at this. I'm just gonna give you some things that are posted here on the guardhouse for Fort Knox. And see, closed for the season, no drones, and here's the price in case you want to come. All right. Oh, next year I get to come in here free, 65 and older. All right, guys, let me get the Fort Knox picture in there. I can't see it. You guys see it? I'm a terrible video photographer. Where is it at? Yeah, it's in there. Anyways, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the journey today on Fort Knox. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, ring the bell. Questions, comments down below. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of them on this one, telling me that I'm wrong, which I probably am, but you can correct me if you want, and we'll go on to the next one. What else did I do today? I did another one today. Oh yeah, be on the lookout for my other one. I did one on the USS Maine. Yep, that's the one over in Bangor. That's the one that sunk in the Havana Harbor in 1898. Remember the Maine, down with Spain. See you guys.